What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. It's episode number 32. It's a brand new season as our 5th year gets underway with a transfer budget of £61 million as the Swans head into Europe for the first time ever, but our budgets remain pretty low considering where we are at this point in the save. That's a bit disappointing, but I'm not one bit surprised. So as the new season begins and we took a look at our side, actually just remembering that we are going to get a little bit more money because Aaron Ramsey's deal actually goes through on the 2nd, not the 1st. When you agree a transfer or a loan, it always goes through the day afterwards. So actually our budget is right now 61 mil, but actually it's going to be around 74 to 75 mil, I believe, after a day passes, because once the Aaron Ramsey deal goes through, we'll get a little bit more money added. Okay, even more so, yeah, because we've obviously lost a few players on free transfers as well. So our budget now gets up to 77 million on the back of... Oh, so Ramsey deal 20 mil? I thought it was like 15. Oh, didn't realise I sold him for more. But yeah, Ramsey's gone to Newcastle. We've obviously seen Cullen leave, Cooper leave, Ward leave as well. There's a few players depart on frees as well, which means that for the new season, our team is going to look like this. No doubt about it, for the new campaign, I want us to make the next step up. And if we're going to do that, we're going to have to sign, I'd say, at least one star player. I do feel we need a new right back. Yusuf filled in there last season after Laird's injury, but even at 78 overall, I still think we can do someone better at right back. I wouldn't mind someone better at CB, with Joe Rodden now about to turn 30 and Flamingo not getting much better at 79 overall. And again, possibly we'll look for a new striker. I don't have a problem with depth for this year. Even though we're going into Europe and depth is important, I don't think we need to worry about depth. We've got tons and tons of players that are here to add that squad depth. To me, it's all about making sure we bring in 1 or 2 star quality players to help us make the next step up. And as we take a look at some of the players, Carl's going that will definitely probably go in this summer window. Joe's out of contract on the end of the season. Where is that? I want to see real briefly if Jamal's retiring. Yes, he is indeed. I know I shouldn't have celebrated that much, but I just didn't want to have to keep giving him contract extensions, you know, because I said he was going to stay till he retires, and he's finally decided that this will be his final year. I also want to see if Kanuna's had a potential upgrade as well. Fingers crossed. No, has he not had one? I don't understand. What more can he do? That's ridiculous. Oh, well, I guess you can't win them all, but there are a few players that deals that come at the end of the year. In fact, there's a lot of players deals that come at the end of the year. Josh Ginley, I'm definitely going to let him go. Sol, I don't know whether to have a one and done with Sol. I quite like to keep him as the veteran at 32 years old. Murillo, I think after 1 year can probably go, to be fair. Barely played last season, and he's not decided to retire, so I think I can sell him. I might sell Nathan Wood. I might sell Bashir Humphreys. I don't know. Do you know what? I probably will add him to trade. 76 overall, it's not bad, but at 25 years old, he's still getting slightly better, I'll think about it. But I need to add Mendoza to the loan list. He's going to go back out on loan. I need to give Clark a new deal. Leo should get a new deal, I think, as well. And Davis and Cook, I think, will get new deals as well. So in the end, I gave Clark and Mendoza new deals because Clark's grown incredibly well at Celtic, and Mendoza has done incredibly well at Leicester as well. But for the others, I might possibly let them go, to be fair, because we're so heavy in the offensive areas, especially for the youth players. So I think Leo and Cook can probably go permanently because we've got better options both out on loan and here as well. But so we'll also try and loan out a few of the youngsters that are still here as well. So I don't think we'll get much money for these two. For Leo and Cook, to be fair, we should get a little bit of money for both. And that might see our budget rise to over 100 mil, we'll see. Just seeing Scott Clark has the potential to be special as well. Do you know, I might add Tapio to the transfer list just because we're thin heavy right now, obviously with Tattoo and Kinnunen in particular. So if I've already got another potentially special goalkeeper that's also a rating higher and the same age, and I've got this young Japanese kid that I'm really, really keen on as well. We can afford to sell Tapio, I think, permanently now. It'll also raise our money up quite a bit as well. So to be fair, we should be able to raise our money in our budget with some sales. We're going to add Hector to the transfer list as well. And we do have a bid, but it's not for a player that I want to sell. Flamingo, interested from Salernitana. We could actually get quite a bit of money for him, to be fair. But I love him, so no. Even if he's not growing that much now, man. Like you have your players in your team that are basically untouchable, not because of ability, but just because of how much you love them. Ryan Flamingo, absolutely love him. And again, he is still getting slightly better. So, no, I'm keeping this guy, man. I absolutely love him to pieces. He's become possibly my favourite real player in this team, if you will. As there we go, big coming in for Tapio Atletico. Looking for their long-term... I like this as well. Looking for their long-term successor for Jan Oblak. Wanting to take the Finn to have him between the sticks. I quite like that. I'm going to say to Diego, if you can give us £40 million, you can take him. And they say no, but I think we should be able to get at least, I'd say at least 35 mil. So let's go 37.5 next and see what they say. And there we go, 37.5 mil for Tapio. It'll be a club record sale, but no doubt about it. With the options we've already got, I don't think we'll miss him. Hey, there we go. It's a loan offer for the Japanese shot stopper I'm keen on. LAFC. I like that a lot. I want to take him to the MLS. Goes out there for 2 years. I think he would do all right. Get some first team football under his belt, and we see a loan offer from Mendoza. Oh, that's a weird one. Nah, that's a weird one. Nah, I don't know why that would happen. Fair enough. But I like this one though. Josh Ginley, what about Watford? I said I was going to let him go, and I'm not even going to bother negotiating. 30 years old, one of the rare season 1 OGs that have been here since the very beginning. But now his time in South Wales coming to an end. He's off to Watford for 3.5 mil. And so there we go. Tapio Hamaranen is off to Atletico for 37.5 mil. I've got to say, I really like that deal as well. I think it's quite realistic. Love the long-term investment from Diego Simeone there to replace Jan Oblak for the long term. He takes the number 1 jersey, and we get an extra 37.5 mil. So the budget rising due to these sales. And the Ogawa loan has been agreed, and Manchester United want to take... How weird is that? I want to take Amir Davis on a permanent deal, not a loan. Huh. Oh, yeah. What's our European competition this year? Is it Conference or Europa? It should be Europa. It should be. It is indeed. Europa League, which is just to reach the group stage, which we've already done by winning the FA Cup. And our Premier League objective has gone down. Last year was finishing Europa League spot, and now it's finished mid-table. How bizarre! I find it hard to understand this game at times, honestly. But you know what? It adds to the fun. It adds to the fun. So Ogawa's going to go to Los Angeles then for a couple of years. Keep an eye on him there. I don't know about that Manchester United bid, you know, because Amir Davis, 73 rated. He is getting better, but very slowly, you know. And a big team come calling for one of your young players. Oftentimes, the young player says, "Come on, Gaffer, let me go." I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to think about that. I was going to wait for the Ginley deal to go through as well. As you have a loan offer for Ryan Healy, and Fulham want to take Leo. I like that as well. And Marseille putting in a monster bid for Sinisterra. Absolutely not. Only 1 year here last season, but he was brilliant on our left hand side and clutching some big games too. I rejected that Healy deal because I want to keep him in the Football League. But as for Chemo Leo again, 78 overall, 20 years old. Yes, star. But again, we've got so many players on the wings that have come out of the academy and look really, really good. And this guy again, being a Finn, we've already got a couple of star Finnish players. So I kind of want to experiment with a few more different nationalities as well. So 16 mil, 15.9 mil. Okay, Marco. He's off to Craven Cottage. And there we go, after 4 years. Clap him out, boys. Clap him out. Josh Ginley, 4 years at Swansea, but of course barely played last season, and now the club has just surpassed him in terms of quality. Off to the Championship to play his final few years at Vicarage Road. Appreciate the service, Josh. Appreciate the goals, but he's finally gone. And annoyingly, we've just seen that the Ogawa deal has just broken down. That's so frustrating. I wish they'd tell you why it happened, you know. But fair enough, he'll be staying here at least for now. And Kyprianou, Hull want to take our Cypriot international to the KCOM. It's still called a KCOM? I don't know, but to Hull in the North East. I'm okay with it. I don't think he's going to get any better now. As a squad player, yeah, it's nice to have him, but ultimately I think nowadays we've got enough depth there, so I'm totally fine letting him go. So another loan offer for Mendoza. Okay, that's more likely. Two-year loan deal with a relegated side. That's a lot more realistic, that. I don't understand what Arteta was thinking when he offered that loan deal. That made absolutely no sense. But yeah, that's a lot more realistic. 2 years there at Ellen Road as he'll try and get them back up to the top tier. Can I hire another coach? Yeah. For those that do ask me about this, hey, I can. I do still. There's a 5-star tiki-taka goalkeeper. To be fair, that would be good for Clark. Come to think of it. I am still obviously doing this. It's just I'm doing it behind the scenes. Okay, there we go. Right, so we're now overqualified in the GK area, but it should mean that we'll see even quicker growth for Carl and Clark, and I guess if he stays here, Ogawa as well. So how quick is he going to grow now? Yeah, quite quickly, quite quickly. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. Right, so what we're doing now, what am I going to do with Amir Davis? Do I keep him or sell him? He's only got 1 year left in his deal, to be fair. But then Ethan Laird's been injury prone, Mario's going, do you know what I'm going to say to Amir, no, you stay here, mate. You stay here. I'm going to give him a new contract, and I'm going to keep him here. So it's a big bid from Manchester United for a teenager, but I'm going to keep him here. However, I will sign a new right back. I said that was my main position to target in terms of new signings for this summer window, and I'm not going to go after Ivan Fresneda, who I was originally planning, or Serginho Dest, and the reason being is very simple. I said in this year's FC24, I'm making a conscious effort to use players that I've never used before or barely used before. I've used both the Spaniard and the Dutch-born American right back a few times before, but I've never used this guy before. Never used this guy before. Amar Dedić at Benfica, Bosnian international, 83 rated, 24 years old, rapid, fantastic stamina, and great technical ability, both on the offensive and the defensive end. I said this year trying to use players that I've barely used before or never used before, and I've never used this guy before. We would have to pay his release clause, but I think this guy at just 24 is going to get much better than 55 million. It's very, very rare I pay release clauses, but in this case, I think it's definitely justified. A 5-year deal on 50 grand a week, and Amar Dedić, a Bosnian international, is here at Swansea for a club record fee of £55 million. Again, I've never used this guy before, and that's why I really want to give him a go. In this year's FC24, trying to use those players I've got no or little experience with, and I think this guy, to me, looks like a perfect fit, as well as being a new recruit for me to use. Took number 4 jersey originally, but of course he will wear that number 2 as Mario. It looks as though he's going to leave. Doesn't seem like he's going to grow much more, but if we can get this guy to the mid-80s, which I still believe we should be able to do, he won't grow much this season, but from next year onwards, regularly being our starting right back, yeah, I've got no doubt. There's holds this year, but from next year onwards, he'll grow a lot more, I'm sure of that. And there's another sale as Chemo Leo is off to play under Marco Silva for £15.9 million. Again, I know selling youth players with potential can feel frustrating to do at times, but again, you've got to realise we've got so many youth academy players, we can afford to sell a few of them. We've got better options in those positions, so our budget now up to just shy of £67 million. There's another loan offer there for Mendoza, and also one for Cook as well. Who's Cook coming in from? Oh, Burnley. Bringing a £14.4 million deal, as Palace want to take Mendoza on loan. Also totally fine with that one as well. And for Ryan Cook, I said again, we're definitely going to consider selling him. We've got Charlie Connick, who's better, currently out on loan, and there's other options in those wide areas too. So again, totally fine letting him go and just taking the cash. Just try and get 15 mil out of Vincent Kompany's Burnley, and they agreed to that straight away. So we're still 4.5 star, right? We're still 4.5 star. Yeah, of course. I do wonder if maybe a new CB is not a bad option, you know. I mean, Joe's now 29, due to turn 30 during the season. Again, Flamingo is still getting better, but not by much. There are a few options on my shortlist I wouldn't be against bringing in either. But I guess we'll see. Plenty of time though. Plenty of time. Plenty of money. No need to no need to panic by anyone. But just going down the list here, seeing if there's anyone that would be. Is he? Oh, he's out of contract coming in the season now, João Gomez. Now that would not be a bad option whatsoever. I'm definitely considering that. We finished well above Wolves last season, and with his contract coming the end of the year, Gary O'Neill knows he'd have to sell him on a cut price deal. And I don't think I've ever used him before either. He's only had 1 year in the Premier League, 12 months, but he's already got big teams looking at him because he is a baller. He is a certified baller, and I'd love for him to ball out in South Wales as well. Let's pick him up. Yep, I can hardball Gary O'Neill here because he's out of contract coming the end of this season, and for... Okay, well that's still under market valuation, but Gary, bro, in 12 months he'll be leaving on a free, so you got to take what you can get. 25 mil? No, but again, I'm still going to hardball here. How about 25.5 mil Gary for his signature? Okay, let's go 26 mil. 26 mil I think will be as much as we'll need to pay. As I'm saying to Gary, otherwise you're leaving for free, and he says in that case, fair enough, 26 mil for João Gomes. Never used him before, but buzzing to give him a go. Another player that I've never used before, but I know just how good he is. Yeah, he's an absolute baller. A Copa Libertadores winner at Flamengo, moving on to Wolves, and now here at the Swansea.com stadium. Alongside Yusuf, this guy fits our system like a glove. Welcome to the Swansea.com stadium. João Gomes buzzing with this one. 26 years old, 83 rating, again, still getting better. On a cut price deal under market valuation. This is a bargain, and one of the bargains of the save, I can already tell, despite the fact he's not even kicked a ball. Yep, looks absolutely fantastic. We know he can pick a pass. His vision, his range of passing so good. His defensive stats solid as well. Get that defensive work rate from medium to high, and get him a little bit more pace as well. And this guy's going to be an elite 6 in this team. And as we see 2 more deals go through, Mendoza is off to Leeds for 2 years. Really like that as well. With Leeds being relegated to the Championships, you can try and get them back up to the Premier League and hopefully try and keep them there as well. And also Hector Kyprianou is going to Hull City for a nominal transfer fee. I liked him, to be fair, as a squad player, Cohen. It was a good suggestion from you guys back in Season 1, but now it's Season 5 for a European team. We haven't really got much use for him now. So what's our budget looking like now? 39 mil on the back of that big signing of Gomez there. And again, I think we're about to sell Cook, aren't we? Is that deal gone through yet? No, still negotiating with Burnley. But there is a bid for Murillo. Just a 1 year with us since coming in on a free transfer last season. But obviously now he's signed Dedić. Don't really need this guy, especially because Ethan Laird is still here, as is Amir Davies to be 4th choice right back. Totally fine letting him go to Bramall Lane for a nominal transfer fee. And you know, sometimes that's what it is, man. It's not about the fee you can raise. It's just getting the salary off the books, and also giving you an extra space in your squad as well. As Cook does indeed go to Burnley for 15 million. So to be fair, we didn't have the biggest budget to start with. We're raising quite a bit for youth player sales here. Another decent fee being raised for a youth player. There's another bid comes in for Murillo, this time from Boca Juniors. Totally fine with that if he wants to go to La Bombonera. I'm going to wait for that deal to go through first, as Fenerbahce agree terms with Ogawa for a loan, and then I'll consider making one more signing before we close today's episode out. Already 2 new stars coming in. I said that's what we need, man. 2 new additions for our first 11. Forget the depth, forget the squad, forget the resis. We just need some first team quality, and we've definitely got that now. But those Maria transfer talks are broken down. That's so frustrating. But it's alright, because he'll agree to go to Boca Juniors instead. I don't blame him. Honestly. I tell you what, I went to a Boca Juniors game last year. Unbelievable. And it finished 0-0. But the atmosphere at La Bombonera, unbelievable. One of the best experiences of my life. No doubt about it. It was absolutely class. The fans were fantastic. And again, we'll take a small transfer fee for him going to Argentina for his final few years. And so, as I accept 2 loan offers there for Healy, we do see that Ogawa has now agreed to go on loan to Fenerbahce, so we'll keep an eye on him there in the Turkish Super League. Really like that, good chance for him to progress playing out in Turkey. There is a massive bid here for Tattoo Oliver, but if I'm being totally honest here, after last season, scoring in the FA Cup final, assisting one as well, no. I said I was okay selling a couple of my Finns because obviously we've got quite a few of them, but Tattoo's the best we've got and therefore going absolutely nowhere. We appreciate the monster offer from the old lady, but instead he's staying with Doxy Boy. So do we have a backup goalkeeper now? Oh, we do. Clark, yeah, of course. I need to loan this guy out though, to be fair, because he's not going to play this season. With that potential to be special, he needs to be loaned out. So yeah, I need to get this guy in minutes because he progressed brilliantly at Celtic. But he's not going to progress if he sat on the bench, so instead, I'm going to take that development plan off him and just add him to the loan list instead. And with that being the case, I think I will just sign a backup goalkeeper just for the squad. Like I said, I always want a veteran. When I got a young goalkeeper, I always want a veteran, and I got one available on the free. Jack Butland helps with the homegrown squad registration rules as well, trained in the nation, and we're going to bring him in on a free transfer. Yep, first it was Karius, then it was Danny Ward for a couple of years, and now it's Jack Butland. We like a vet for the young goalkeepers, and Butland's a great option as well, because he's also homegrown. A few caps for England, out of the Birmingham City Academy, and again, don't expect him to play much, but we'll take him for 2 years, and that'll take him up till retirement. Jack Butland in, just as a mentor for the younger shot stoppers here. I like that deal for the realism there. Although worth pointing out, Jack Butland, I literally, like 10 years ago, I had him in practically every single career mode I did. But of course, that was back when Jack Butland could get to like 90 overall. I don't think that's going to happen now, to be honest. He's just there for the squad. Let's advance a few more days in the calendar to see if any more bids coming. We've got the Community Shield coming against Arsenal. I might actually play that one in today's episode as well. For free signings coming in, including a club record one as well. I must say I'm liking how team's looking, but I'm still thinking with the money we've got remaining, should we go after a new striker? I just don't know. We didn't actually score that many goals last season. We were one of the lowest scorers in the European European places. And with Cam now down to 80 overall, I'm not against it, you know. Only Jamal and Vasquez are our backups. I'm not actually against it. And as we see, Ryan Healy agrees to go out on loan to Rodez in France. We'll keep an eye on him there in the 2 years he'll spend. There were 3 loan offers of Scott Clark, but from Man City, Aston Villa and Brighton. And to be honest, I don't see him starting ahead of Verbruggen, who's grown really well at the City goals, Edison or Emi Martinez. So I've turned all those down as I'm trying to get him somewhere I know will be first choice. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do now, to be honest. I'm quite liking how the team's looking again. I still think with just over 50 million in the budget, we probably should bring in, if not a new starting striker, then maybe a new competitor for Vasquez on the bench, or maybe a new CB, possibly sell Nathan Wood, maybe Bashir Humphreys, because we've only got 4 or 5? 5 there now. I forgot about Charlie Cresswell. 5 there now. So yeah, just gonna keep advancing. We'll get through to the first of the month. And then, okay, I was thinking about buying Skamaka myself, but if he wants to go back to his native Italy, I'm totally fine with that. We'll get through to the first of the month, take a look at our academy, and then we'll consider what we do after that. Here come the bids for Amir Davis as well. Like I said, I wasn't actually against selling him, to be fair, but now I kind of want to keep him. I feel like I've done a U-turn here, because you've only got Dedić and Laird, so whilst he wouldn't play that much, he's still growing, isn't he? He's still growing. How quick is he growing? That's the question. Very quick. So actually, do you know what? I'm going to turn all those deals down and just offer him a new contract instead. Yep, new 5-year deal for Amir Davis. So we'll try and loan him out instead of lose him on a permanent deal. And as the first of the month is here, we'll take a look at our academy as, oh my goodness gracious me. I can't do it. I can't do it, honestly. Like, mate, if you wanted Carlo, if you wanted Tapio, you could have had him, but he's gone to your rivals. No, sorry. I know it seems ridiculous, but no, he's just signed a new contract here, and I just don't think that's very realistic anyway. So no, Scott Clark is going to be staying. But an academy update then for the new season, and I might just promote a couple of the better youngsters in here, and a couple that are turning 18 as well, because we know they'll be asking for pro deals at some point during the season. So I think Papa, because he's 16, I'm not going to promote him, because I think he'll stay in the academy for at least one more year, but I'm thinking maybe Endo at right back, who we know has got really good potential. That's now set at 81 to 87. I'm going to give him a pro deal because he's now 18. And I think I might give Ismail Seka a pro deal as well. Then again, we've got Bangura out on loan. I might just release him, to be fair, because we've got better options. And I might bring in the American Edwards for our first team too, as a third choice goalkeeper. But I don't know, I'll think about it. But for now, I'll keep them. But the best players remain in the Greek centre-half duo, but also Darren Brennan, this Irish CAM. He looks absolutely brilliant. New Gavin Humphreys. I maintain that if I... okay, I like that. Leeds putting in a loan offer for Amir Davis. They've already got Mendoza on a 2-year deal, so I like that, taking 2 of our youngsters out on loan. I maintain that for those that didn't watch that crew, by the way, I need to add Endo to the loan list. I did a club and country with Newport County in Wales, and there was a CM called Gavin Humphreys. I think he got to 96 overall, and I maintain if I would have kept the career mode going, I think he would have become my first ever 99 rated player. In the end, we won the Champions League before that could happen, and thus the CM save ended directly after that. So another bid for Davis. I'd rather keep him in England, though. Thank you very much, Wolfsburg, but I'd rather him go to Ellen Road. And a bid for Flamingo, second one already. But again, I love him too much, man. He's a fan favourite. I can't tell him. The fans will be fuming with me. Oh, but this is a tough one. Sheffield United putting in a bid for Bashir, one of the season 1 OGs we bought back permanently, but of course barely plays. 5th choice centre-half now and at 24. Not getting any better. We'll always appreciate his service in Season 1, but the Blade's putting in a bid. That's quite a realistic offer. Do you know what? 2 years left on his deal. I'm going to let him go to Bramwell Lane. I'm totally fine with that. Thank you for your service, Bashir, but unfortunately just too many better options ahead of you now. And I can't see you getting back into the team at this current pace. And when you think about the Greek centre-half, Gio in the academy as well, yeah, I can't see Bashir playing another minute for us, so I'm totally fine letting him go. So first game of the season, and you know the drill. It's a glorified friendly when you lose, with a trophy when you win. Yup, it's the Community Shield as we face Arsenal at Wembley in Swansea's first ever Charity Shield in club history. Last year the Gunners ran away with the league title. They'll want to start off their title defence with some silverware too. We're going for our first in Swansea history. Come on, you Swans. Yeah, it's our second home now, Wembley, isn't it? You know, third time here in just a few months. First with the FA Cup semi and final appearance, and now first game of the season being it. So yeah, we're pretty commonly known around Wembley as locals. Oh dear. But good to see Sol back for the first time since the injury as well. Whilst I do think this year I'll play Gomez and Yusuf together. Yusuf for the energy, who's played every single game in our Premier League campaigns the past 2 years, and still getting better as well. But Sol will still have a part to play, not just as a mentor in the dressing room, but also off the bench as well. And he's just found Vasquez, who is onside there, who gives it him back, and almost got the opener at Wembley as well. Would have been a dream return from injury for our vet. Still goalless. Oh, as Vasquez hits the bar as well. Excellent start. As Kanunen fires over. Corner for Arsenal, 27 minutes in, taken short. Martinelli down the left-hand side. There's a lot of white shirts to get through, and he's not going to. You're not going to get through there, maybe. He's won another corner. It's got 4 corners in a row now for Arsenal. At least you can't get a ball out of these areas. Whipped into the middle and cleared this time. Fully, I think. No. I can't escape right now. Boz has gone down. And that's a worry. Our left back staying down. Play continues. Saka finds Aziz. Great save Rushworth and Flamingo. Who's in the touch? Jordan going out. That's a big blow if it's more than a 5-day injury, that. There's Saka's pass deflects to Gary Vega. I literally cannot get the ball clear. It's just constantly going back to them. Gonzalo Ramos tackled. Boz this time does get it clear. Thank goodness for that. And away it goes. But this has been a scrappy first half. What a ball, Sinistera! And what a goal! Oh my, that's one of the goals of the set. How on earth did he hit that so sweetly? Win that, win. Ref allows play to continue as Martinelli keeps the ball alive in a dangerous area. Gary Vega going to turn and possibly shoot. No, finds Bukayo Saka. He can shoot. As can Aziz. Oh! And in the 51st minute, Arsenal's young skipper, looking like Cesc Fabregas out there wearing that armband at this age, drills in the leveller into the bottom corner. No chance for Carl there. Right into that bottom corner. And Arsenal find their leveller. Just couldn't hold on till the break. 22 minutes to go. Still tied at 1-1. Decent Community Shield, this to be fair. But Arsenal have been the better team and are now looking to get the goal that will prove that, as it will put them in front. Gary Vega tackle. Drops straight to Saka. And there it is. Drilled in by the academy graduate. Bukayo Saka smashes it in near post. And to be fair, whilst we might have had the early advantage through Sinistera, they have been the better team out there. Yeah, Arsenal have been the better team out there. Not going to try and deny it. And it's been a tough one. We had the lead, but I mean, it never really felt like we were in the lead. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those games where, like, I don't know, like a team's got the advantage, but you don't really feel like it, you know, because of the dominance of one side. It's been all Arsenal for the most part, and Ramos there could have made it free. I'm surprised. Look at the top left there. I'm surprised that we're still clinging on in there right now. Saka, free ball. Gonzalo Ramos, Odegaard, the captain, to say, Gunners, we're going to claim the Community Shield. First trophy of the season. Yeah, it's a minor honour, but I still would have liked it. Unfortunately, the gap in class shown at Wembley. And I said this before, this is an RTG. And whilst, yes, we just won our first major honour in the FA Cup. Yes, we're into Europe for the first time. There's still a long way to go. We're not at this level yet. We're getting there. We're making steps forward, but we're not there yet. Arsenal will hold on to it, and the Community Shield is going to be there. Swansea's wait for their first in club history. We'll have to go on for another season. We're not at this level yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. And that'll do it for today's episode of the RTG career, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed this episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And don't forget to get those transfer targets coming in the comment section down below, because we've still got a month to go before the window slams shut. Over 50 million remaining in the budget. And in the next episode, I want to make a couple new signings to our 4.5-star Swansea team as we begin the Premier League campaign. It will play for the remainder of the transfer window, and we'll see the draw for the Europa League group stage. Have a fantastic day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.